Greetings. Excuse me. I needed a smoke to calm me down. I thought I'd lost the very thing I was about to make the video about. I found it in a box, one of the many boxes I've got to sort out this coming summer. Okay, I just saw a nice interview with Dave Graney and Claire Moore on Australian Musician Channel, and it's funny weather here. It's like there's mist and stuff around, and it's midday. It's horrible weather. And celebrating the release of their 30th anniversary reissue of their big, huge selling success album, Night of the Wolverine, from 1993. And this one broke them big, massive. And as a group that had their success in the 90s, all their output was pretty much on CD. But I have my original copy I bought in 93 of the CD. Wonderful, wonderful album. It's timeless, this one. Just timeless. Wonderful. Favourite track is 3 Dead Passengers in a Stolen Second-Hand Ford. Night of the Wolverine in 3 parts. Part 2, The King of Adelaide, is great because it's Tex Perkins acting the role of the King of Adelaide. Just a wonderful, wonderful album. And so they're out touring at the moment, 30th anniversary, and with a double vinyl album to celebrate that. So I first saw them at the Paddington Town Hall, RSL, in Sydney in, I think it was 89, possibly 1990, as the support to Bob Mould, who was doing a solo tour. And they blew us away to the audience again. Who are these people? And when they started to play, everyone just went, whoa. Yeah, they were made for greatness. And so before they sort of became famous, they were both in the Moodists, live in London. There's a wonderful DVD. I used to actually have their album, but it got warped. I lent it to this hippie, and it ended up being warped, which is a damn shame. Terrible, weird lighting here today. Yeah, so this is highly recommended. They were more like the Birthday Party at this stage, so a very heavy band, heavy sound. But then they moved away after a few years and came up with this as pretty much an acoustic album. Produced by the wonderful, rest in peace, Tony Cohen, the best record producer ever to come out of this country. He did a lot of stuff with Nick Cave and Tex Perkins and stuff, and yeah. So hurry up. So my collection of Dave Graney CDs begins in, I think, about 89 and ends in about 96. So I'll try and keep them roughly in order. So this is the first band after the Moodists broke up, was Dave Graney with the White Buffaloes. I love this album. It's a lot of covers on this, but he does them so well. The song he wrote on here, A World Full of Daughters. Oh, God, I love that. Just a terrific album. This is Fire Records, which went bust, so it sort of ruined his career for a few years. A lot of the indie, distributed by Rough Trade, a lot of the indie labels went down the drain because of this Fire brand company. 89, made in England, Fire CD number 20. Excellent, excellent album. Excellent. I love it. Then this was the next one that he released, which is On Fire. Um, Came out in 91, or it says here 91, but this was supposed to be the follow-up to uh, My Life on the Plains. I Was the Hunter and I Was the Prey. Um, Another excellent album. This didn't do anything at all because Fire went broke, and this wasn't released until a couple of years after it was recorded. Made in England, Fire, um, Damn Shame, I Caught My Heel in a Crack of Time, just some great covers on here too. A great cover of Codeine. Yeah, he was really into a sort of a country and western, not western country, sort of dark country on these two albums. Then after failing in the UK, after trying so hard for a few years with the Moodists and the White Snakes, and then the White Buffaloes, and then the Coral Snakes, their visas ran out and they had to come back to Melbourne, to Australia, Melbourne. And then they just magically struck it lucky with this one. So my favourite album of the Coral Snakes is the follow-up to that. This is just perfect, this album. Sorry about the light. It's just bloody awful here today. You want to be there, but you don't want to travel. This was the follow-up. And every track on this is an absolute killer. This is like a real funky rock and roll record. It's this I'm Gonna Release Your Soul. Warren Oates. Imagine if what you did on your weekend was your life. The Word Is Nah. My favourite track, The Stars, baby, The Stars. Yeah, that was the follow-up. And then I think their biggest success was the third one in the Coral Snakes CD output, is The Soft and Sexy Sound. This was a big hit for them. I've got the, this is a rare, I bought this the day it was released. I rushed down to Glen A. Baker's Time Warp and bought it. And this is a rare limited edition where you get the 2 CD. The extra CD is called Music for Colourful Racing Identities. And it's just some funny shit on here. It's all live stuff. This is from 1995, and that's the actual album proper. This is just Rock and Roll Is Where I Hide, The Morrison Floor Show. This is this is sort of like lounge music and rock and roll. It was, I think it was their best selling. And then after that, I think they started to lose traction. Whoops, don't get them out of order. Sorry, put them in the wrong pile. Then I don't think I missed any. I think this was the next release. The Devil Drives. And this is a great one too. This is sort of like a mixture of you want to be there but you don't want to travel, and the Soft and Sexy Sound, in that they have that sort of lounge music, jazzy sort of stuff with the rock and roll. But on this album, it's all sort of mixed in together. The Oblivion Seekers, My Only Regret, I Opened My Mouth. Racking Up Some Zeds, Everybody Loves a Mass Killer, I Dig the Pioneers, The Sheriff of Hell, fuck, I love that. Biker in Business Class. The Devil Drives, that is killer. There are 2 killer tracks on here. The Sheriff of Hell and The Devil Drives. 3, my apologies, and the big hit single, Feeling Kinda Sporty. So, yeah, great album. Excellent, excellent album. All those albums are excellent. They're all great. But that one, in some ways, sort of sums up their whole career in a way, even though these are new songs at the time. It takes their styles sort of from the previous 5 years and melds it together beautifully. And a couple of what you would call live albums, yes, well they are. This was what they threw out when that company went bust, and they didn't have any albums out there, so they put this one out on Torn and Frayed, Torn CD #1, The Lure of the Tropics. Mm, mm, mm. Dave Graney, Claire Moore, Rod Hayward, Robin Cassender, and Gordy Blair, bass. I saw that line. I saw the lineup with Gordy Blair on bass. My God, I was standing right in front of him. He was in a famous English band. Was it Orange Juice? I don't know, something. But the bass coming, I was standing right in front of him, his speaker, and my God, it was just like, woof. That they were hot. They were a hot band with Gordy Blair in the band, I'll tell you now. Yeah, this is a live album and it's excellent. It's just Robert Ford on the stage. Jesus, what did I do? Yeah, covers. Mainly covers. And hurry up, David. Coffins Have No Pockets, the audio guide to The Devil Drives. Now, these are interviews, and this was a promo CD. I think I got this. This was one of those collectibles too, like you had to be quick. Interviews with H.G. Nelson. Yeah, it's interviews with Dave talking on radio and stuff like that. Collector's item. Okay, quick, hurry up. And I've got 3 of his books. He's also an author. The first one he put out was It Is Written, Baby. It's damn good, you know. Lyrics to the songs with stories in between. Then came 1001 Australian Nights. This is a great book. This is Nick Cave up the top here does a little blurb for it. And funny, wise, narcissistic, deluded, and anarchic. Pure genius. that's Nick Cave's review of this album. But it's terrific. It's pretty much his autobiography up until that stage, and it is wonderful, wonderful stuff. And this one also, Work Shy, My Life as a Bludger. As a bludge. In Australia, a bludger is someone that, lives on the dole and doesn't work for a living or anything. This is also an autobiography of from his childhood. Both these books have, his childhood is mentioned in both of them. The mood, it's the whole history of in the UK and coming back. It's all there. It's just that they both sort of come from slightly different angles. This one's more a straight, history, and this one's sort of more, having a bit of a laugh. So I better get off. 14 minutes. I don't know if I'll be even able to upload this. I've done something to my laptop, and something's gone wrong with it, so I'll try and upload this. Anyway, take care all.